Chapter 1: The Entrance. The heavy clank of steel doors reverberates through the cold, austere halls of the maximum security prison, marking the transition from freedom to confinement. As the echoes fade, an unnamed inmate's voice emerges, trembling with fear yet tinged with determination. "This place is nothing like I imagined," he confesses in his diary entry. The walls, stark and unforgiving, loom around him, each painted surface holding whispers of past lives. He recalls the smell of antiseptic mingling with the distant sounds of guards' boots echoing down the corridor. Isolation wraps around him like a shroud, but beneath the surface, a flicker of hope begins to stir. As the camera pans through the prison yard and cells, the voices of fellow inmates fade into the background, underscoring the profound loneliness, yet unearthing the unique humanity that persists behind bars, a shared struggle born amid despair. The journey of redemption has only just begun. Chapter 2: The Unexpected Roommate. In the flickering fluorescent light of cell 203, the initial unease between Sam and Marcus hung thick in the air. Sam, a former art teacher with gentle eyes, writes in his diary about the anger that filled him when he first encountered Marcus, a hardened gang member serving a life sentence. "I could feel the weight of his past, felt trapped in my own nerves," he confesses. Yet, as the days unfold, an unlikely friendship blossoms. The sound of pencil scratches on paper mixes with the distant clatter of lunch trays as they bond over art. Sam shares his passion, introducing Marcus to colors and canvas. "What if we could paint our stories?" Marcus muses one day, a spark of vulnerability peeking through his tough exterior. The atmosphere shifts. Laughter fills their cramped space, and music from a nearby radio weaves through their conversations, a testament to healing found in shared creativity and understanding. Chapter 3: Letters to the Lost. As the haunting melody lingers in the background, the voice of Eva emerges, raw and reflective. She sits at her small metal desk, pen in hand, pouring her heart into letters addressed to her children. Each stroke of the pen whispers stories of longing, love, and regret, her words a lifeline to the outside world. "Every day feels like an eternity," she writes, sharing her sacrifices and the memories that haunt her. The sound of paper rustling accompanies her quiet sobs, amplifying the emotional weight of her journey. In her reflections, she recounts birthdays missed and milestones overlooked, capturing the essence of motherhood confined within these walls. Yet, amidst the pain, a glimmer of hope shines through. "I dream of the day I can hold them again," she confides. The warmth of her hope clings to the air, a delicate reminder that even in the darkest places, love persists, whispering promises of reunion. Chapter 4: The Rehabilitative Garden. In the heart of the prison, there's a sanctuary, a garden where inmates find solace and healing among the rows of vibrant plants. The sound of rustling leaves and gentle bird songs fills the air as Luis, a former gang leader, stands beside a budding tomato plant. In his diary entry, he reflects on the nurturing aspects of gardening, connecting it to his desire for personal growth and redemption. With each seed he sows, Luis contemplates the life he once led and the hope for a new beginning. As he shares his thoughts, background conversations among inmates reveal their dreams and aspirations, fostering a sense of community. The earthy scent of soil and fresh plants contrasts sharply with the harsh realities of prison life, reminding them that growth is possible, even in confinement. This chapter embodies the power of nature to transform lives, highlighting the shared journey toward becoming better versions of themselves. Music behind bars. As dusk settles over the prison, the resonant strum of a guitar fills the air, drawing inmates together in an unexpected celebration of life behind bars. Tasha, a gifted vocalist, takes the lead, her voice weaving stories of pain and dreams as she guides her fellow inmates in songwriting. Inmate laughter mingles with the melodies, creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and creativity that transcends the concrete walls surrounding them. Through diary entries, Tasha shares her journey, a powerful narrative of finding hope through music amid despair. Each note sung feels like a release. As they perform, the inmates reveal their vulnerabilities, sparking emotional connections and reflection. The ambiance shifts between raucous laughter and heartfelt harmonies, illustrating music's role as a conduit for healing and expression. The chapter concludes with Tasha softly encouraging her peers, Let the music take you beyond these walls, as haunting melodies linger, reminding them of dreams that extend far beyond confinement. Chapter 6. The Fateful Day. The atmosphere in the prison buzzes with anticipation as the talent show approaches. Derek, an inmate grappling with deep-seated anger, finds himself torn between fear and excitement. In the solitude of his cell, he reflects on the turmoil that brought him here, his diary entries revealing a yearning for acceptance and understanding. With the sounds of his fellow inmates rehearsing in nearby cells, laughter, strumming guitars, and clattering feet, he fights against his inner demons. As he prepares for his own performance, Derek rehearses a spoken-word piece that reveals his vulnerability and pain, surprising himself with the depth of his emotions. The sounds of rehearsals create a vibrant backdrop, but when the echoes fade, Derek confronts himself in profound solitude, questioning if he can truly transform. This chapter encapsulates the raw battle within Derek, culminating in a powerful performance that transcends mere entertainment, forging a path toward self-acceptance and redemption. Chapter 7. A Glimpse of Freedom. The echoes of distant traffic and birdsong seep through the prison walls, a bittersweet reminder of the world outside. In this poignant chapter, inmates gather for a heartfelt discussion about their dreams of freedom and the lives they long to reclaim. Jasmine, who has spent most of her life behind bars, shares her desire to establish a community program for at-risk youth, hoping to guide them away from the mistakes she made. Her voice trembles with both hope and fear, painting a vivid picture of a future filled with possibility. As other inmates share their aspirations, some dream of reuniting with family, others yearn to engage in meaningful work. Their words are imbued with a raw sincerity that transcends their confinement. Ambient sounds of the outside world contrast sharply with their reality, highlighting the eternal struggle between hope and despair that defines their existence behind bars. Chapter 8. Reflections at Dawn. As dawn breaks, the prison stirs from its heavy slumber, bathed in the soft glow of a new day. Inmates, still wrapped in the quietude of early morning, gather for their daily ritual of reflection. Each one takes a moment to pen their thoughts, sharing dreams that dance just beyond their grasp. "I dream of sitting on a beach, feeling the ocean breeze," whispers Marcus in his diary, his voice tinged with longing. Meanwhile, Eva contemplates her children, the weight of absence heavy on her heart. The ambient sounds of clocks beeping gently mix with the shuffling of feet and the subtle rustling of paper, creating an intimate atmosphere steeped in hope. In these reflective moments, themes of forgiveness and resilience emerge, woven into the fabric of their shared experiences. As they prepare for another day behind bars, a sense of unity forms amidst their individual journeys, reminding them that dawn brings new possibilities, even in confinement. Chapter 9. Unveiling the Past. As the sun sets and shadows stretch across the prison yard, inmates gather to confront the ghosts of their pasts. Through the intimate lens of diary entries, each voice reveals the trauma that led them to this place of confinement. Marcus, once a hardened gang member, reflects on a childhood overshadowed by violence, while Eva shares the regret of choices made in desperation. The sound of pens scratching on paper punctuates their confessions, blending with the distant echo of footsteps as guards pass by. Emotional soundscapes rise and fall, mirroring the weight of their revelations. Deep, haunting melodies intertwine with the rustle of paper, amplifying their vulnerability. In this powerful moment of honesty, inmates find solace in shared experiences, cultivating a fragile hope amidst their realities. Change begins with understanding. One voice declares, underscoring the importance of acknowledging their pasts as the first step toward a brighter future. Chapter 10. Allies Behind Bars. In the often lonely confines of the prison, bonds are forged that transcend the walls surrounding them. This chapter introduces us to a close-knit group of inmates who call themselves the Brotherhood, united by shared struggles and experiences. Through their diary entries, listeners hear powerful stories of camaraderie, resilience, and support that emerge in this harsh environment. Jason, a former gang member, recalls how he found solace in the laughter and support of his peers while navigating the challenges of prison life. Background sounds of inmates sharing meals, playing cards, and exchanging jokes create a warm atmosphere amidst the gloom. Together, They celebrate small victories and lift each other during moments of despair. As they reflect on their friendships, themes of trust and mutual understanding become apparent. These allies not only confront their pasts, but also inspire each other to aspire for a better future, emphasizing the profound importance of connection in the path to redemption. Chapter 11. The Educator in Chains. The chapter begins with the soft shuffle of feet on concrete, echoing within the stark classroom walls of the prison. Introduced is Mr. Thompson, a passionate educator dedicated to teaching inmates. His warmth contrasts sharply with the prison's harsh environment as he engages students in meaningful discussions about literature, history, and the power of knowledge. Jasmine, a recurring voice, reflects on her experience, expressing how learning ignited a spark in her that she thought was long extinguished. Sounds of pencils scribbling and pages flipping punctuate their interactions, each moment steeped in newfound purpose and camaraderie. The atmosphere vibrates with shared laughter and the collective realization that education is a path to transformation. Through Mr. Thompson's guidance, inmates learn not just facts, but life lessons and critical thinking skills, igniting hope for a future beyond prison walls. As the chapter closes, themes of potential and renewal resonate, leaving listeners with a sense of inspiration and possibility. Chapter 12. The Cycle of Recidivism. As echoes of distant sirens and clanging metal resonate in the background, inmates gather for a candid discussion about the cycle of recidivism. The raw honesty in their diary entries reveals the profound struggles they face as they confront the demons of addiction and societal pressures. Julio, once a vibrant street artist, shares his regrets, describing the narrow path that led him back to confinement. His voice, laced with sorrow, reflects on the temptations that await beyond the prison walls. The soft rustling of paper and the muted sounds of their surroundings amplify the weight of their stories, painful recollections of broken promises and lost opportunities. Amidst this heaviness, the inmates express a yearning for change and redemption, contemplating how they can break free from the cycle. Each revelation becomes a collective plea for understanding and support, illuminating the reality that the road to true rehabilitation extends far beyond bars. Chapter 13. Change Begins Within. As the sun casts a gentle light across the prison yard, inmates gather for their weekly therapy sessions, a rare glimpse into their vulnerabilities. The evocative sound of deep breaths fills the air, mingling with the soft rustle of chairs against the concrete floor. Antonio, a thoughtful survivor of trauma, shares his painful past, recounting moments that led him to a life behind bars. His voice trembles as he opens up about guilt and the struggle for forgiveness. The atmosphere is laden with empathy as fellow inmates nod in understanding. Guided by a compassionate counselor, the group engages in heartfelt discussions, revealing breakthroughs and shared revelations. Sounds of tearful confessions mingle with quiet moments of reflection, underscoring the harsh realities they've faced. As they explore their feelings, there's a palpable shift. Each inmate begins to recognize that true change starts from within. A renewed sense of hope emerges, illustrating the transformative power of introspection and connection.